Yo Gotti bonded out 42 Dugg for $3 million, man, because he gave up the plea deal so he could tell exactly what happened to Dolph in exchange for him being released. This is the agreement CMG been waiting for this whole entire Rico. They know that there was an informant inside of CMG this whole entire time. And this is why 42 Dugg is getting released. Basically, when Moneybag Yo in the Bentley truck got spotted, they knew that the feds was hot on their trail, so they had to give up 42 Dugg. This is why 42 Dugg got arrested. He was on the run for 6 months, and Yo Gotti and CMG was going to be looked at as having him, hiding him, and aiding and abetting and everything because he was fugitive. Everything led up to the moments of 42 Dugg getting apprehended, caught. The ATF Rico went out there. The U.S. Marshals came back into town, and basically 42 Dugg was able to give him the exact information leading to the capture and arrest of Straight Drop, Justin Johnson, Cornelius Smith, Devin Burns, Govan Hernandez, and everything like that. Since Govan was the one who last cooperated, he knew that he had somebody with 42 Dugg that he was going to throw under the bus and tell him that, hey, look, I'll take the 90K bond, but 42 Dugg is going to be the one to tell you guys exactly what you need to hear about Yo Gotti. Whole time 42 Dugg was playing both sides of the coin, man. He wanted to be free, but at the same time, he didn't want to say too much. And so this is why he took the plea deal, and this is why Yo Gotti and them was being looked at for the Rico. Ever since Black Youngster's brother ended up getting sent up, and Black Youngster said that he was going to come and crash out, slide, and get his retaliation, this is what made them on high alert and on edge. The whole MPD and everybody was waiting for something to happen. And so this is why they went to 42 Dugg and they asked him, what do you know about Black Youngster? What is he going to do? Can you get us on a phone line with him? Can you wear this wire and do this and that? They using him to basically further the whole entire thing. And this is why CMG, they actually might get taken down for this Rico of what happened to Young Dolph. If you rocking with Young Dolph, put the Dolph emojis in the comment section if you want to get the justice for Dolph, because at the end of the day, everybody knows that CMG has something to do with this. And it's no surprise that 42 Dugg told, because at the end of the day, all these rappers be telling anyways, man. You see how Govan Hernandez told. You see how Moneybag Yo told. You see how Finesse 2 Times. Everything comes back to you can get some paperwork on everybody. And this is no surprise, man. Y'all got to look at the point and open your eyes and look at the fact that this whole entire thing has been a revolving door situation ever since Young Dolph got hit up in Memphis, back in his hometown. Everybody that hated on him, it looked like they was on the CMG side. And now, no surprise that the feds was watching CMG for the Rico. They know Yo Gotti sent them bread. They know this because P. Diddy and Yo Gotti, they was doing the same exact thing. This is why Jay-Z intervened into this whole entire thing and wanted to sell CMG for the $33 million. It's due to the fact that they knew that the Rico was coming back on them, and they got the lyrics saying that they was going to hit up Young Dolph. And this is the whole reason they gave 42 Dugg up. They paid 42 Dugg to say the whole story from their point of view, so that way Yo Gotti didn't get snatched up right away. It gives Yo Gotti at least another year on the run, hiding in Bali with Angela Simmons until the feds actually activate this whole entire Rico, because when the Young Dolph trial starts in 2024, everybody's going to have to report to the principal's office at that courtroom. And when the subpoenas hit and all the actual witnesses start speaking, they're pointing the finger at Yo Gotti right now. They're pointing the finger at Big Jook, Govan Hernandez. That's why Govan was the mastermind of this whole entire thing. But why did they let him go? Who are they actually going to come and get? And everybody knows the feds are looking for the head of the snake. They're looking for the big dogs, the big players, that everybody else are just pawn pieces in this whole entire chess game. And so what they looking for is the guys with the money who actually put together the whole plot and plan. They know about how Yo Gotti and them was at his mama's restaurant, Privé and everything the night before, actually putting together the whole playbook of what was going down, who was going to be at what position, how many cars was going to follow Dolph, how they were going to get the U-Haul to change the locations of the Turkey Drive address. Big Moochie Grape, Snoop Bands, they all played a part in this. They didn't answer the phone to Young Dolph. He was calling for help. He was calling for backup. Young Dolph brother was the only one there. He was trying to get the Draco out of the backpack, but everything happened too late. When he walked in that back door of that cookie shop, he seen how they had tied everything up. The ropes were everywhere, duct tape all on the ground. Then he seen Dolph at the corner of his eye on the ground with the arm out the window. He seen Maurice sitting there. He said, stay with me, Dolph. Stay with me, Dolph. This is the exact reports from the live eyewitnesses that was right there on the scene. When the DA and the medical examiner's office determined that it was the 22 shots that took out Dolph, They looked at the fact that the forensics team said that it was happened inside the store because the way that the ballistics was, the report came back saying that the door, it had the holes going to the outside. The window, the glass fell and it was moving towards the outside of the actual storefront display case. And this is why people have been led to believe that everything that has been said about Young Dolph, it had not been the full entire detail, because when they was trying to tell you and they switched up the stories, they interviewed that Makita Raven girl, the cookie shop girl, the Jamaica thick girl that she goes by. She's the one that said that it was inside the shop. She said she was on the phone with the owner, but then they changed their whole entire story and their whole entire thing to saying that he came after the fact and that this thing happened outside the store. It can't be both ways. How is it that they say what happened and then they go back and somebody's trying to get them and coach them through the interviews and everything like that? If you look back and binge watch all the videos, you could see the fact that Makita's Raven was right there doing the interview for the second time, and somebody was behind the reporter and they was mouthing words to her and they was actually pointing and looking. They had the facial expressions like they was trying to tell her not to speak up about anything, man. Y'all got to understand this whole entire thing is connected back to the Yo Gotti and the Young Dolph beef that's been happening for years in Memphis. And everybody that played a part in this whole entire thing, they know, but they don't want to say it because Black Youngster, Moneybagg Yo, Yo Gotti, everybody that actually has a major role in this whole entire thing. Key Glock was the one that told him that he was going to expose the whole entire play that happened because he heard from the other side. You got to remember, Memphis is a small town. All these dudes know each other that's from PRE and CMG. And so when they at night laid up and they pillow talk, the pillow talking starts. You know how Glorilla switched sides. She used to be on Dolph's side. Now she on Yo Gotti's side. So when she pillow talk laid up at night and they getting information back and forth, they all talking to the same girl. This is why this whole entire beef between Young Dolph and Yo Gotti was all over a female. It was all over Young Dolph smashing Yo Gotti's baby mama, Yo Gotti being jealous about it. Young Dolph was putting it in the songs. Next thing you know, these two dudes start dissing each other. They put it in the records. They put it on wax. All of a sudden, Dolph gets hit records and diamond plaques and everything like that. Yo Gotti starts to get jealous because Dolph turned down his deal. Dolph didn't want to be with Yo Gotti. He knew how much money he was worth and how much he was going to get to keep at the end of the day that he had the ownership of. So he wasn't willing to give none of that up, even though all the other dudes that didn't know what they was doing, they didn't know the business like Dolph knew the business. They quickly signed to Moneybagg Yo because they were so hypnotized by the fact that that advance money that they was getting. In all actual reality, everybody knows that Young Dolph had the most money out of all the people in Memphis, especially when it comes to the rappers and anybody at the South. This is why he clicked up with Gucci Mane. When Young Dolph and Gucci Mane clicked up, this made Yo Gotti lose his head because he was steaming out the ears like a choo-choo train when he found out that Yo Gotti, who smashed his baby mom, or Young Dolph, who smashed Yo Gotti's baby mama, and Gucci Mane, who Yo Gotti already had a beef with, were teaming up and they was taking over Memphis. Big Scar signed to 1017, and Key Glock went to PRE. 1017 PRE already had projects on the way and everything. Yo Gotti was getting left in the dust. This is why Young Dolph got taken out, man. Everybody was jealous of Young Dolph. The envy, the jealousy, the greed, they all set Young Dolph up due to the fact that they wanted to be on top. They was money hungry. And at the end of the day, y'all got to realize Young Dolph was the king of Memphis. He meant way more to the city of Memphis, to the whole Tennessee, than Yo Gotti was. And at the end of the day, you got to realize that he was winning and they was jealous. And so they had to do something. They was hypnotized by the hate. Everywhere they went, they kept hearing Dolph. Everything that they did, any girl that Yo Gotti tried to holler at, she said she liked Dolph better, or Dolph already smashed this and that. She didn't want to get in between the beef. This is why he went with Angela Simmons, because he's trying to show his loyalty to Jay-Z. Yo Gotti got signed by Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was the reason why CMG broke up. Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngster, they all separated right now. And due to the fact that the Rico was coming on CMG, and Jay-Z said that you got to get Black Youngster off of CMG. And so that way, if the Rico does come and Black Youngster's brother does get hit up and he does retaliate and everything like that, they're not going to connect the Dolph shooting back to CMG and get Jay-Z and Yo Gotti and everybody caught up. Y'all got to understand, this whole thing is deep, and it's been a play that's been going on for a long, long time, because at the end of the day, everyone knows that the condolences go out to Young Dolph. Mia J, she knows what's up and everything. We send condolences to, Young Dolph brother, Marcus Thornton, everybody that was right there putting the flowers at the whole cookie shop memorial thing. We need a bigger Young Dolphin memorial. We need the Dolph Museum. We need the Dolphin Aquarium, the whole entire water show and everything like that. And basically, we're going to keep advocating until we get there. So if y'all rocking with Young Dolph and you want to actually show a lot of support, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Comment down below. Put the dolphin emojis. And we're going to basically catch y'all on the next one. Peace.